talking now with Oiler head coach Corey Allen as they close out this season, unfortunately with a 26-7 loss to the Tiffin Dragons. And I guess the first thing I want to say, Coach, is that wasn't just a really good team in the GMAC and the conference champion. That's a really good team, period, no matter what you're talking about. That's a good team at the national level, and you were going to have your hands full today.
Yeah, I'd prefer to focus more on our team and what it is that we did well and what it is that we didn't do well. You know, we want to play on a national stage here at the University of Findlay, and certainly the record of our opponent says that they are a national player this year. But, you know, there are certain aspects of our game that we didn't execute well enough to find ourselves on the right side of the column.
That sounds fair enough. Let's start with your defense, which I thought played exceptional all day. Many times had their back up against the wall, and maybe 26-7 doesn't sound like it, but really played outstanding football today.
Yeah, our defense was unbelievable. I think if you start to look at the stats and look at what happened with the turnovers, and the team that we were playing was near the top of the nation. They were 1 or 2 in the nation in turnover margin, and that proved to be a big piece for them again today. Our defense played lights out all day long, continuing to get off the field, battled short fields at times, and just did an unbelievable job, and proud of their effort.
And some people may think that the offense didn't have a great day, and I'm not saying they did, but there was a lot of good things there. Just unfortunately, the margin of error, you know, the sack here, a penalty there, just at times just really unfortunate timing, and your offense really struggled to get some rhythm going.
Yeah, I think the word that you hit on there, Tim, that was so important is rhythm. We never really were able to find that. Every time that we thought that we found a little bit of a rhythm, there'd be a hiccup, you know, and that was hard for us from an offensive perspective. Certainly we missed a couple of the guys that weren't there in the lineup for us, but we believe in the kids that were out there, and we weren't able to get the job done, and that's unfortunate.
Well, I really like that your team battled all the way through the end, certainly evidenced in part by the onside kick and the scoring drive that you did have late. And I know it's senior day, and I would love to talk about each individual senior here, but Mike Riggerman and his effort in the closing minutes of that game is just second to none, and really epitomized who he's been his entire career at the University of Findlay.
Yeah, Mike Riggerman's a winner. You know, that kid came to us from Arcade, New York, and out of Western New York, which is a place that's obviously near and dear to my heart, where I grew up. And, you know, his high school played mine multiple times. And he came down here and decided to turn down a Colgate offer in the waning moments to stay committed to us. And we're so glad he did. You know, he graduates here with more yards, touchdowns, and receptions than any tight end in the history of the University of Findlay football. And we've been playing football here for over 120 years. So that is certainly something to be very proud of. And I hope he gets an opportunity to get into an NFL camp, because I think he deserves it.
Alec Bornhorst didn't end the way he certainly liked, but again, battled to the end. Every quarterback would like to have a throwback here or there, but he kept on fighting all the way through the end. And as we talked about last week, winner, and he's going to do great things after football.
Well, Alec is exactly that. He's a winner, and you know, we couldn't speak any more highly of him and who he is to this program and to this institution. We're so glad that he made his final 2 years here at the University of Findlay, and the kid is just a competitor, you know, and he dealt with a lot of different wide receiver issues throughout the year, with guys coming in and out due to injury, and you know, that takes its toll from time to time. But just think the world of Alec, and he'll always have a place here at the University of Findlay. He'll always be orange and black.
Well, you had great seniors. There's no question about that, and they are most certainly going to be missed, and that's part of college football. But you also have a strong young core coming back as you start to look ahead towards next year as well.
Yeah, we do. There's a lot of guys in that freshman class in particular that you look at and you go, wow, that reminds you of that senior. You know, I think Marvin Bell, freshman tailback from St. Ed's, reminds us a lot of Brian Benson. I think Adam Turbin from Port Clinton reminds us a lot of Mike Riggerman. I think Aiden Pratt from Van Wert reminds us a lot of Alec Bornhorst. You know, I think as you go down that list, you see a bunch of kids that are certainly capable of carrying the torch as we move forward. And, I told the guys at the end of the game today, now's not the time to turn the page. We will soon. But now's not the time. So, we're going to sulk on this a little bit. And when the time comes, we're going to turn the page and focus on what 2024 has to offer. And we certainly think the future is very bright here at the University of Finley.
Well, and there's certainly a lot of things to look back on this season and be very proud of as well, Coach. And I think that's a good reason to not want to turn the page, really, if you want to enjoy the positive moments that certainly were there.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. I think when you look at it, I think, sometimes you lose it in the process, but the win on the road at Hillsdale, I think, is a highlight. I think the win against Ohio Dominican is a highlight. I think that, an experience like none of us have ever had would be the game at Pace with a 4.5-hour lightning delay. I think that's a highlight. And, the way that our kids kind of came together. And then after that, that was game one of a 3-game road trip that the conference forced us into that we didn't ask for. And so it was unbelievable for us to fight adversity on top of what the conference already did to us with the scheduling. So we were very excited about the way we played there and then throughout the season.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you enjoy that, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon about recruiting trips and commitments and all the other